My friend, it is not news that Canada is really pushing master programs. They think it's the best move for their economy. I'm not sure why, but the truth is not everybody can afford a master degree. First of all, it is very cost intensive. Like if you check the fees for master programs, they are not playing. But not just for the fact that it's cost intensive, it is difficult to get because the criteria or the requirements to even qualify for those admissions are a little more stringent. So some of them are asking for IELTS, a very high CGPA. Some of them are asking for GMAT, which is a very difficult exam. And so there are several qualifications or several requirements for you to be able to meet the master benchmark. So a lot of people will still have to go for public schools. You just can't take it out of the equation. And so today my goal is to show you or share with you my top 5 most affordable colleges in Canada. Would I say most affordable? From my research, they were very relative, right? So one school may have very affordable healthcare programs, but the STEM programs are expensive. Another school will have very affordable trades and vice versa. So I would put out schools for you. You would do your own verification, check to see which course you prefer. So you would compare them in terms of tuition costs, in terms of the course itself, so the course you are going for. You would also compare it in terms of the province, because some of them, these schools are in different places, right? And you need to be sure of the environment and the living condition and what you think you like for yourself before you go ahead. All right, now also keeping in mind that in my last video I shared the courses that are now eligible to get postgraduate work permit. So not all courses are eligible, remember that. And so in this video also, while I'm walking you through the schools, I will also be telling you the courses that they offer in those schools that are eligible for postgraduate work permits. These are my top 5. All right, let's go. So the first school on my list will be CNA, which is called College of North Atlantic. It's in the beautiful province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay, this is the official website of the school. Now, when you go to become a student, you see international students. For all international students, there are several requirements depending on the course that you are going for. However, I would check the estimated program costs for international students. It brings us to this page where we see all the programs that they have and the costs that the estimated cost. Now, costs is usually estimated because they can change. However, you can always use this as a good guide, because even though it's going to change by maybe 1,000 or so. It's not going to be a big jump or a considerable jump in prices. And so if you look at personal care attendants, first of all, I want to take us here. So when we go to the courses that is required for PGWP health attendants, so we have health aides, health attendants, orderly order, home health aide, home attendant, emergency care attendant. So if you are doing any of these, if you are doing that course, it falls under this category, right? So the entire course, it's a 1-year program, and you see it says 1 of 1, $4,462 per semester, which amounts to $11,000 when you add other fees. So ideally, just the tuition itself is about $9,000, and I think that's really affordable, because if you check for that course in a school like, okay, I don't want to mention a school, but in a school in Toronto, you should be looking at about 16 to 18K altogether. Practical nursing. First of all, let me speak about practical nursing. Practical nursing is not expensive, okay, but compared to other programs, if I run you through the 5 schools that I think are very affordable right now in terms of public colleges, you would realize that CNA has a more expensive practical nursing program. It's expensive across all schools, but some are more expensive than others. And this one, the first year is about $21,000 and the second one is $13,000. Meanwhile, I have a school on my list here where the first year is $11,000 and the second year is $12,000. Do you understand? That's why I say you have to do the comparison. As I show you those schools one after the other, you will see what I mean. Let's check for pharmacy. Now you see pharmacy technician. Now if you are taking this pharmacy technician course with this school, the moment you finish your 2-year program, you will be able to write your exam, the licensing exam with Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, PEBC. And once you are licensed, you will be able to practice in Newfoundland and Labrador or wherever in Canada as a pharmacy technician. Good to know is that Newfoundland and Labrador is a hotspot for this kind of job. Now, I made a video where I was talking about provinces that had the most demand for certain professions, and I mentioned Newfoundland having so much need for pharmacy technicians. So I would advise you, if you are somebody who's looking to go into pharmacy, you just go straight into this environment, into these provinces, use a cheap school like this to get your degree and then get your license, and you will be approved of a job almost immediately. This school is in Newfoundland and Labrador. It's not a very crowded environment, but it is an environment where you will see a lot of students. It is one of the places where a lot of people go to school in Canada. The minimum wage there is $15.60, which is reasonable if you compare it to the cost of living. Okay, it's a very affordable city to stay in. It's not as expensive as Toronto. A very good thing to do will be to review all of the programs that you are looking for, check the campus that has it or the campus where it is in, and be sure that that's the area you also want to go to. But I will really recommend this school. Now, a good thing to note is that as far as language requirements are concerned, we are exempted. So you will not be required to write IELTS if you can prove that you have gone to school in English language. So you can prove that through your transcripts and your WES evaluation. You would be good to go as far as language is concerned. The next school on my list is NBCC, which is a New Brunswick Community College. Now, for New Brunswick, is one of the major is one of the popular provinces in Canada where students also go in good numbers, and I think they are big on STEM and trades, so everything engineering, everything welding. So I will show you postgraduate programs, right? They have a limited number of programs. So supply chain management and logistics, which is part of the programs that Canada has approved. So if I go and show supply chain, you see under transport we have supply chain management, logistics and materials. So that is one of the courses that NBCC has. And if we check the cost of supply chain, tuition and fees for international students, we are looking at about $9,767 for 1 year and $9,700 for second year. So altogether we're looking at about $11,000 if you add students, health insurance, health, dental cost, technology fee, all of those little mandatory fees. When we add all of them together, we're looking at about $11,000. And some of these programs are just 1 year programs, so it depends on what you can afford, right? If you know that you are not really looking to spend so much money, you can do a 1 year course. Look for a course that fits you and as a 1 year program, and you can do a 1 year program for like $10,000 or $11,000, and that's it, all done. I mentioned that they are big on STEM. And what else? Healthcare, child and youth care, there's information technology, data analytics. Do not do cybersecurity, guys. Cybersecurity is not part of the deal in terms of what Canada is allowing right now, so just move it from your mind, except you are doing it on a master level. For data analytics, international programs are same price, $9,767, so roughly 11K 5 for 1 year program. This is a good one. You just do 11K for 1 year data analytics and you are good to go, right? But you need to also know that some of these programs are not all available to international students. So if you see a program, be sure that international students can apply. Like there are certain schools where they will tell you practical nursing is just for domestic students, or supply chain management is just for domestic students. So be sure that that school is giving that program to both kinds of students, both domestic and international. And minimum wage in New Brunswick is about $15.30, and that's also reasonable when you compare the standard of living or the cost of living, which is really fair. Okay, the next school I want to touch on is Holland College. Holland College is a public college in Prince Edward Island. And if you're not knowing, if you've not heard of this school in Prince PI, I think you are missing out on a lot, because I hear a lot of people get scholarships in this school. I hear a lot of people get good jobs. I hear a lot of people say that, oh, their fees are very affordable and schooling here is just a pleasure. So please do well to check it out. I will walk you through some of the programs that they have and the costs. For PEI, I think their practical nursing is really affordable. So remember when I showed you, I think it was CNA I showed you, and the practical nursing was about 21k for the first year and 13k for the second year. Now let's see what it is in Holland. Okay, so when we go to practical nursing, which is in Wales campus, so they have different campuses, right? Wales campus, practical nursing Somerset. So let's look at the first one. If you go in, you can check for tuition and fees, and you see that practical nursing is 15,000 for international students for the first year. Now this is if you add every other thing, right? For just tuition, we're looking at about $11,000, which is really affordable compared to that one that the first tuition was about 20-something thousand, and then in the second it was about 13. So this one is very affordable. Another one was primary care paramedicine, which is also part of the courses that are approved by Canada for public schools, and the tuition for that is 14,000. So the main tuition is 8,000, and then other things that add up to it make it 14,000 for 1 year. Or this is a 2-year program. Okay, this is a 2-year program, so 1 year is $14,303. So the minimum wage, which has increased, so I think it has, as at October, it has increased to $15.40 as at October. Please confirm that, okay? But I know that the average earning rate, the minimum wage rate is low. So the way it works is that if you think somebody's earning so much, just check how much they're spending. That's what will tell you if they're really earning much compared to their spending. So it's a matter of a cost as against earning. Yeah, some people are in cities where they earn $30 per hour, $40 per hour, but if you see the bills that they pay on that $40 per hour, is a lot. Meanwhile, some people are in a place where they pay 18, where they are paid 18, 19, and they spend very little. So it's not really about the amount of money that's coming out, or how you are going to spend that money. Okay, so that's the third school. Now the fourth school for me will be Northern Lights College. Now Northern Lights College, it's a public school in British Columbia, and British Columbia is big. It's not a small province, right? We hear of it a lot. It's popular. Now let's look at some of the courses that they have and their tuition fee. I noted that it is big on health and trade. So let's see. So for health and human services, or health and education, we have practical nursing diploma. Now let's see if this is available to international students. I mentioned that not all courses are available for international students, right? So yes, it is available. And if you see, year 1 is 12,000, year 2 is 21,000. So it really gets it really is different for different places. So you see that I think it is Holland that is cheapest. Holland, I can't remember, that is cheapest in terms of practical nursing. So you want to really pay attention to that when you are deciding which one to go for. However, you need to know that these programs are highly subsidized. If you apply for scholarships, there's a chance that you will get up to 10,000 bursary that's offered by the BC government. Okay, so even though it's expensive, there are programs that they are like very important programs that need users, that need students, and so if you apply for them, there's a chance you will get a scholarship. All right, they have healthcare assistant certificates, they have pre-medicine certificates, social sciences, social worker social worker diploma. Please confirm if social workers are allowed in our list that we're checking against before you even go for that. Please always make sure you check that it is permitted. Now that is for healthcare. They also have programs in trades and apprenticeship. Now we have carpentry, we have electricians, we have heavy mechanical trades apprenticeship, we have heavy mechanical trades foundation, but we have plumbers. I spoke about plumbers. Plumbers are in high demand in this province, and it is approved for postgraduate work permit by Canada. The tuition fee is roughly how much? Let's see. So 3,000 per semester. This is really affordable, don't you think? 3,000 per semester, 2,000, 2,000, 3,000. So this is roughly 10,000, 3,322. So let me say 11,000 on an average for a 1-year program as a plumber. There are welders too. So welder apprenticeship, welder foundation certificate, wind turbine maintenance. Guys, leave the business courses and just do courses that are very rewarding right now. And if you really do not have all the money, this is the good way. This is the good way to go, believe me. Also have early childhood education and care diploma. This is a big course now. If you can, and just everybody should be doing this course right now, because there's so many opportunities for you. And so for international fees, it is 11,000 for the first year and 13,000 for the second year for international students. Okay, so 11,000, 13,000. Look through all the schools that I have mentioned and let me know in the comment section which one has the cheapest in your opinion. Okay, so which of these schools are you familiar with? Which of these schools do you think is looking good? Where do you prefer? Newfoundland, Labrador, New Brunswick, British Columbia, or where else have I called? PEI, right? I've called 4 of those provinces already. What have you heard about them? Have you schooled in any of them? Please drop your comments, okay? Encourage somebody on my page. So, and the last school on my list will be Medicine Hat College. Now Medicine Hat College is a school in the heart of Alberta. Now it is not the most affordable. I need to let you know that, so you just need to make sure that you have your options. Now these are the courses they offer and the prices. I think the prices are high, however there are some courses that are really affordable, so you need to check. So you see aviation management certificate. It's a 2-year program, and this is the cost, 8,000 and 7,000. Aviation is on our list, so it's good to go. So you can always choose from this. Now this one is 13,000 and it's business administration. We're not doing business administration. Let's go further to look for any other cheap course. 14,000 kinesiology diploma. I think this is also part of the courses that you can check out. So this one is not the most affordable, but they have very good courses and you can just see what works out for you. Remember, we're not only focused on the tuition cost, we're also looking at the value in terms of what the course gives. We're also looking at ability to get visas. So when you apply to these schools, these great courses in these schools that are a little remote, the chances of getting your visa is higher, especially in this time where immigration is getting crazy. You have to, like I say, always re-strategize and explore other provinces, right? So these ones will do for you. So thank you for watching my video today. I hope you found all of this helpful. In my next video, I'm going to share more on trades and transport. So here we mostly dwelt on healthcare, a little on trades, and a little on STEM. In the next one, I'm going to delve deeply into engineering and transport. So those schools that are good for those kind of programs, I would let you know, and then we'll take it on from there. So please drop a like, drop a comment in my comment section. I would really appreciate your feedback on this video. Thank you and have a beautiful day.
I've been so busy, but I've been thinking about what I want to do with you. I know that my